Tonight at midnight, the final 999 portal closes forever. For thousands of years, this cosmic gateway has remained hidden from most of humanity, opening only once every 9 years in perfect numerical alignment. But you're here because something deep inside you recognizes this moment. You are one of the chosen few who can perceive what others dismiss as coincidency. What if I told you that tonight's 999 portal represents the culmination of a 9-year cosmic cycle that began in 2015? Ancient mystics and quantum physicists alike have discovered that reality operates on numerical frequencies, and the 999 sequence creates the most powerful manifestation window known to humanity. This isn't just numerology. This is the mathematical language of the universe itself. You've felt it, haven't you? That restless energy in your body these past few weeks. The strange dreams. The sudden urge to make dramatic changes in your life. These aren't random symptoms. They're your soul's recognition that the final transformation portal is about to close. Your higher self has been preparing you for this moment, whether you consciously realized it or not. The ancients called it the gateway of completion. In Hinduism, the number 9 represents the ultimate spiritual attainment before returning to the divine source. The Kabbalah teaches that 9 is the number of universal love and service to humanity. But what modern science is now discovering is that these numerical patterns create actual energetic fields that influence quantum reality itself. Think about every major spiritual tradition throughout history. They all speak of specific moments when the veil between dimensions becomes thin. The Egyptian mystery schools performed their most sacred initiations during these cosmic alignments. The Tibetan monks timed their deepest meditations to celestial mathematics. They understood what we're only beginning to rediscover, that consciousness and cosmic timing are intimately connected. But here's what makes tonight's portal so extraordinary. This isn't just any 999 alignment. This is the final one in a 27-year master cycle. The next opportunity won't come again until 2042, and by then, the vibrational frequency of our planet will have shifted so dramatically that the portal may no longer be accessible to human consciousness in its current form. I know this sounds overwhelming. Part of you might be thinking, how do I know if I'm ready for this? The fact that you're watching this video right now is your confirmation. The universe doesn't deliver this information to everyone, only to those whose consciousness is prepared to receive it. You've been guided here by forces beyond your logical understanding. Let me share something that will help you understand why this timing is so crucial. Over the past 3 months, I've received hundreds of messages from people around the world describing identical experiences, sudden bursts of creative inspiration, dreams of golden light, the overwhelming sense that something significant is about to change in their lives. This isn't coincidence. This is the 999 portal calling to those who are meant to walk through it. Now, I need you to understand that simply being aware of the portal isn't enough. There are specific energetic preparations that must be completed before midnight tonight. These aren't complex rituals requiring expensive materials or years of study. They're simple but profoundly powerful practices that will align your consciousness with the portal's frequency. The first ritual is the release and clear. Throughout our lives, we accumulate energetic debris, old fears, limiting beliefs, resentments that we've carried sometimes for decades. This psychic clutter acts like static interference, preventing us from clearly receiving the portal's transmission. Tonight, before the gateway opens, we must create space for the new energy to enter. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Light a single white candle. Not for any mystical reason, but because fire naturally purifies the electromagnetic field around you. Sit comfortably and take 3 deep breaths. On each exhale, speak these words aloud. I release what no longer serves my highest good. But here's the crucial part that most people miss. You're not just releasing random negativity. You're specifically releasing the version of yourself that existed before you understood your cosmic significance. You're shedding the identity of someone who believes they're powerless over their circumstances. You're dissolving the old programming that convinced you transformation was hard or took years to achieve. As you speak those words, visualize a golden light emanating from your heart center. See this light expanding outward, dissolving any dark or heavy energy around you. Some people experience physical sensations during this process, warmth, tingling, or even emotional releases. This is completely normal and indicates that the clearing is working. The second ritual is the ancestral pattern dissolution. This is perhaps the most profound work you can do before entering the portal. For generations, your family lineage has carried certain patterns, ways of thinking about money, relationships, success, and spirituality that have been passed down unconsciously. Tonight, you have the opportunity to break these patterns, not just for yourself, but for all future generations in your lineage. Place both hands over your heart and speak directly to your ancestral line. I honor the struggles and sacrifices of those who came before me. I take responsibility for healing what they could not heal in their lifetimes. I choose to transform our family's patterns with love and gratitude. You might be wondering how this is possible. How can one person's consciousness shift affect an entire genetic lineage? Quantum physics has revealed what mystics have always known, that time is not linear and consciousness can influence events across what we perceive as past and future. When you heal a pattern within yourself, you're literally sending healing energy backward through time to your ancestors and forward to future generations. Some of you might feel resistance to this process. That's your ego trying to maintain the familiar patterns even when they cause suffering. The ego prefers predictable pain to unknown transformation. But remember, you're not just doing this for yourself. You're becoming an anchor point for humanity's collective awakening. During this ritual, pay attention to any memories, emotions, or physical sensations that arise. You might suddenly think about your grandmother, or feel sadness about a parent's struggles, or experience anger about injustices in your family's past. These aren't random thoughts. They're specific patterns asking to be acknowledged and released. Here's something remarkable that happens when you complete these first two rituals with genuine intention. Your entire energetic signature begins to shift. People close to you will notice changes in your presence before you even speak about your experience. You'll start attracting different opportunities, different people, different synchronicities. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the natural result of aligning with a higher vibrational frequency. But I must tell you something important. These first two rituals, powerful as they are only the preparation. They clear the space and dissolve the obstacles, but they don't actually activate the portal connection itself. The third and most crucial ritual can only be performed in the final hour before midnight, and it requires perfect timing with the cosmic alignment. This is where most people who stumble across portal teachings make a critical mistake. They assume that awareness equals activation. They think that simply knowing about the portal grants them access to its transformative power. But the universe operates on principles of resonance and reciprocity. You must demonstrate your commitment through conscious action taken at precisely the right moment. The truth is, the most powerful ritual, the one that actually opens your personal gateway within the universal 999 portal, requires an understanding of sacred timing that takes years to master. Unless, of course, you have a guide who can walk you through the exact process, step by step, minute by minute, as the cosmic alignment reaches its peak. I've been preparing for this moment for the past 3 years, studying with masters from 7 different spiritual traditions, correlating their teachings with the latest discoveries in quantum consciousness research. What I've learned is that the final ritual must be performed in precise harmony with the universal frequency shift that occurs between 11:11 p.m. and 12:12 a.m. But here's what makes tonight so extraordinary, dangerous if approached incorrectly. The 999 portal doesn't just open doorways to higher consciousness. It amplifies whatever energetic state you're in when you enter it. If you haven't properly cleared and prepared your energy field, you could actually lock in and magnify the very patterns you're trying to transcend. This is why the ancient mystery schools required years of purification before initiating students into the deepest teachings. They understood that cosmic power without proper preparation can be more harmful than beneficial. But we don't have years, we have hours. The third ritual unlocks what the first two prepared. It's the key that actually turns in the lock of your personal transformation. But timing isn't just important, it's everything. 1 minute too early and the cosmic frequencies aren't aligned. 1 minute too late and the window begins to close. 1 minute too late and the window begins to close. Are you beginning to understand why you were guided to this information tonight? This isn't a casual spiritual exercise or a manifestation technique you can practice anytime. This is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to quantum leap into the version of yourself you've always known was possible, but couldn't quite access. The weight of this moment might feel overwhelming. That's because your soul recognizes the significance of what you're being offered. Every spiritual tradition speaks of pivotal moments when the course of a life can be completely altered by a single choice, a single action, a single moment of perfect alignment with divine will. Tonight is your moment. The 999 portal isn't just about personal transformation. It's about becoming the person who can serve as a beacon for others who are ready to awaken. It's about claiming your role in humanity's collective evolution. It's about finally becoming who you came here to be. The question isn't whether you're worthy of this transformation. The universe has already answered that question by delivering this knowledge to you at exactly the right moment. The question is whether you're brave enough to trust the guidance that led you here and bold enough to act when the moment of truth arrives. Everything in your life has been leading to this moment. Every challenge that strengthened your resilience, every disappointment that taught you to rely on inner wisdom rather than external validation, every moment of spiritual seeking that prepared your consciousness to recognize truth when you encountered it. But the most powerful ritual requires perfect timing, and I need to share with you exactly when and how to perform it. And as we approached the second ritual, you felt that energy building within you, that unmistakable sensation that something profound was awakening. But now, as we enter this final phase, I need you to understand something crucial. What you're about to experience isn't just another spiritual practice. This is the moment when everything clicks into place, when the portal that has been slowly opening finally reveals its ultimate purpose. You see, the first two rituals were preparation. They were calibrating your energetic frequency, aligning your consciousness with the cosmic gateway that opens only during these sacred midnight hours. But the third ritual? This is where true transformation begins. This is where chosen ones like yourself step through that portal and emerge completely renewed. Have you ever wondered why certain moments in your life feel so charged with possibility? Why some decisions seem to carry the weight of destiny itself? It's because your soul recognizes these portal moments, these brief windows when the veil between dimensions becomes thin enough for real magic to occur. And tonight, during these final hours before the new cycle begins, that veil is at its thinnest point in months. The ancient mystics understood this. They called it the hour of becoming, that sacred time when human consciousness could merge with universal intelligence. In the temples of ancient Egypt, priests would perform the final transformation ritual exactly at midnight, knowing that this was when the cosmic energies reached their peak alignment. The Romans called it Nox Transformationis, the night of transformation. Even in medieval Europe, the most powerful alchemists reserved their greatest work for these midnight hours, understanding that certain kinds of magic could only happen when the world stood balanced between one day and the next. Modern quantum physics is now discovering what these ancient masters knew all along. Research at the Stanford Institute has shown that human brainwave patterns undergo dramatic shifts during the transition from one day to the next. Particularly during the winter months, Dr. Elena Vasquez, a leading researcher in consciousness studies, found that our neural networks become extraordinarily receptive to new programming during these midnight transition periods. It's as if our minds naturally open to receive higher frequencies of information when the electromagnetic field of the Earth shifts with the changing of the day. But here's what the research doesn't tell you, what can only be discovered through direct experience. During these portal moments, particularly when combined with the proper rituals, your consciousness doesn't just receive new information, it undergoes a complete restructuring. Your limiting beliefs, your old patterns of thought, even your perception of what's possible, all of it gets upgraded to match your highest potential. This is why the timing of tonight's final ritual is so critical. In just a few hours, this portal will close, and it won't open again with this intensity until next year. The cosmic alignment that makes this transformation possible happens only during these specific moments when multiple energy systems converge. Miss this window, and you'll have to wait another full cycle to experience this level of activation. Now for the third and most powerful ritual, the one that will seal your transformation and activate your new reality. This is the portal completion ritual, and it must be performed in the final hour before midnight. You'll need 3 white candles arranged in a triangle, with you sitting in the center. This triangle represents the 3 aspects of your being that are now coming into perfect alignment: your mind, your body, and your spirit. As you light each candle, you're not just creating physical light. You're opening energetic gateways within yourself. Start by lighting the first candle while saying, "I release all that no longer serves my highest good." Feel the old patterns, the old limitations, the old version of yourself beginning to dissolve in that flame. This isn't just symbolic. You're literally burning away the energetic imprints that have been keeping you small. Light the second candle and declare, "I embrace the wisdom and power that flows through me now." As this flame springs to life, feel the new energy rushing into the space that you've just cleared. This is the cosmic intelligence flowing through the portal, downloading directly into your consciousness. The third candle is where the real magic happens. As you light it, speak these words: "I am transformed, I am awakened, I am aligned with my highest destiny." The moment this flame ignites, you complete the Trinity. You close the circuit between earth and sky, between human and divine, between who you were and who you're becoming. Sit in the center of this triangle of light and breathe. But not just any breathing, this is portal breathing. Inhale for 7 counts, feeling yourself drawing in cosmic energy through the crown of your head. Hold for 7 counts, letting that energy circulate through every cell of your body. Exhale for 7 counts, releasing that transformed energy back out into the universe, now carrying your new vibration. As you continue this breathing pattern, you'll begin to feel the shift happening. Some of you will experience tingling sensations running along your spine. This is your Kundalini energy responding to the portal activation. Others might feel a warm, golden light beginning to glow in the center of your chest, your heart chakra opening to receive higher frequencies of love and wisdom. Don't be surprised if you suddenly feel emotional. Tears of release, tears of joy, even tears of recognition as your soul remembers its true nature. All of this is perfectly normal during portal activation. You're not just changing your thoughts or your circumstances. You're literally changing your energetic signature, upgrading your consciousness to match the person you came here to become. The most advanced practitioners report experiencing what can only be described as a cosmic download during this ritual. Information begins flowing directly into their awareness. Insights about their life purpose, understanding of hidden patterns, even glimpses of future possibilities. This isn't imagination. This is your expanded consciousness accessing the quantum field of infinite possibility. Dr. Michaela Torres, who has spent decades studying mystical experiences, documented over 300 cases of individuals who reported receiving direct guidance during midnight portal rituals. Her research shows that 87% of participants experience significant life changes within 30 days of performing these practices. New opportunities appearing, relationships improving, creative inspiration flowing, even physical healing accelerating. But the most remarkable finding was this: those who performed the complete sequence of 3 rituals during the portal window showed changes that lasted. Their transformations weren't temporary emotional highs. They were fundamental shifts in how they operated in the world. As you sit in your triangle of light tonight, breathing with the rhythm of the cosmos, remember this: you are not just doing a ritual. You are claiming your birthright as a conscious co-creator of reality. You are stepping into the power that has always been yours, but which the chaos and conditioning of daily life has made you forget. The portal energy will continue to build as midnight approaches. You might feel your awareness expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical body. You might sense the presence of guides or higher aspects of yourself. Some experience visions of their transformed life, seeing themselves living with confidence, purpose, and joy. Others receive specific guidance about the next steps on their spiritual journey. Trust whatever comes through. Your higher self has been waiting for this moment of openness to communicate with you directly. The portal creates the perfect conditions for this divine conversation to occur. When you feel the ritual is complete, and you'll know when that moment arrives, extinguish the candles in reverse order, starting with the 3rd one. As each flame goes out, give thanks for the transformation that has occurred. You are no longer the same person who lit those candles. The portal has done its work, and you have been reborn. This is what separates the chosen ones from those who remain asleep. While others continue living in patterns of limitation and unconsciousness, you have chosen to awaken. You have chosen to transform. You have chosen to claim your power as a conscious creator of your reality. The portal window is closing soon, but if you act tonight, if you complete all 3 rituals before midnight strikes, you will emerge on the other side as your highest self. The version of you that has been waiting in potential will finally be activated. The life you came here to live will begin to unfold. But remember, this opportunity won't last forever. The cosmic alignment that makes this level of transformation possible is rare and precious. Those who recognize its value and act upon it join the ranks of the awakened. Those who hesitate, who wait for a more convenient time, remain locked in the old patterns until the portal opens again. Your awakening is not an accident. Your presence, here, in this moment, reading these words, is not a coincidence. You are being called to step through this portal because your soul is ready for the next level of its journey. The universe is conspiring to support your transformation, but you must take the final step. Tonight, as you perform these rituals, you join an invisible community of awakened souls who have chosen to live consciously, to love deeply, and to create intentionally. You become part of a movement that is quietly transforming our world from the inside out. The portal is open, the energy is aligned, your moment of transformation has arrived. Will you step through?